What's going on, people? TK coming at you. Facebook, YouTube, platform just to be able to say something. You know, social media gives anybody a chance to express their opinion. Not that opinions are accepted or even listened to, but it is an open platform for expression. And right now, I'm thinking about just how crazy and chaotic and divided and conquered that society is right now. I mean, so many people are lost in this colored conversation, a twist on words, a play on reality, in an attempt to control and divide and distract. We're all subjugated. We're all victimized by engineered scarcity and limited access. So to get lost in these side conversations and to get hung up in all of this distractionary tactics, you know, it's kind of sad, and there's no way to really wake up anyone. It feels like people are inherently stupid, like people are blissfully ignorant and refuse to step out of the narrative of manipulation and control. You know, everyone's focused on Crayola, like if you're going to reach heaven's door and God's going to say, wait, if you were black, then black lives don't matter. I mean, the color conversation is such a side note of distraction and manipulation and control, but that's where people exist. There's a superiority based on the fact that my skin complexion is not as light or bright, as if there comes a privilege with being non-melanated. That's such a twist and play on words that it's sad to see so many people lost in that existence, in that frame of thought. I mean, distractionary tactics, because the real order of the day is financial literacy. The real order of the day is the transition that we are in economically as the dollar begins and continues to devalue, as the global dollar dominance is not only challenged, but being surpassed, as the digital age begins to poise and position to eliminate physical fiat. Walmart is getting rid of their cashiers and putting in electronic checkouts. And the pilot is at certain stores, but they're talking about doing it to every store. Um, Kiosks are putting all over fast food places, which replace the workers. A lot of times, the machine requires you to have a debit card, which alienates and eliminates an entire class of people that don't participate in electronic banking. So, distractions. People aren't paying attention to anything that's important. This is a election year. November 3rd marks a transition, transitionary period, transitionary politics, and everyone is just focused on distractions, right? 1 minute it's this, 1 minute it's that, and whatever it takes to keep you dazed, confused, and controlled. To be divided is to be conquered. And this seems to be impossible to wake people up. It's like if cognizant dissonance is the order of the day, and there's no way to get people to wake up to what's truly going on. We're on an economic cliff where dollar dominance is fading. And the fiat that you consider God, that you worship, is losing purchasing power. Power, how much purchasing power do you have at the grocery store? What are you doing to position yourself economically to survive in the digital economy? These are the order of the day that should be the topic of conversation. You talk about change and what matters. What really matters is economic positioning. And I'm not talking about gaining more fiat because we're transitioning into electronic dollars. Hong Kong has a digital dollar that exists on a cell phone. Congress is talking about implementing the same thing in the US. And who's paying attention? The 2021 stimulus refers to a digital dollar, to where if you receive the stimulus, you have to use the digital version of the dollar. Who's paying attention? People don't understand cryptocurrency, don't understand the difference between decentralized and centralized. Whereas total domination and control via centralized electronic currency, as opposed to the freedom, empowerment, and challenge that comes from decentralized cryptocurrency, whereas you control your assets, you control your bank, you control your monetary future. None of this makes sense to the average person. It's not a conversation that people are willing to have. Participation in Bitcoin, transitioning from fiat to decentralized electronic medium of exchange that is censor resistant worldwide and actually allows you to have economic freedom. None of these things make sense. None of these conversations are what people are having. We're distracted with superficial things like what color your skin is. I think God's going to probably judge you on the weight of your heart, not the color of your skin. So all of your pseudo importance and the superiority that you feel like you have and the privilege that you feel like you're in, none of that really matters. There's one race on this planet. It's called the human race. And until people learn how to elevate their consciousness, until people learn how to change their mindset, until people learn how to stop being in their lower self, we're never going to see any real change.